How's everyone doing? Yeah? Cool. All right, I need some audience participation. Clap it up if you were brought up Catholic. Wow. That is so interesting because I was brought up poor. Yeah, that came to the realization when the 2008 recession hit. You guys remember that? Yeah, everyone was freaking out about losing their homes. My dad sat down, flipped on the news, and started laughing. Yeah, said, can't lose something you don't have. Yeah, that would have really hit home. But I was bullied a lot in high school. I was, except my bullies weren't creative. They were, however, very educated. Because anytime I'd walk down the hallway, they'd scream, "You're poor!" And I'd have to be like, "You're not wrong. Also tell your parents, thanks for the winter jacket." It keeps me warm. No, I hated high school so much I thought about getting pregnant. Yeah, just for the maternity leave. Come on, guys. But I was a late bloomer. I didn't have my first kiss until I was 17 3/4. So that wasn't the funny part. Is my mom in the crowd? Because I've kissed someone. Shut up. But no, I didn't have my first kiss until I was 17 3/4. So had I stuck with that plan, I would have had a summer baby, right? And those are no good. No one wants summer babies. That's what trash cans are for. That's a summer baby right there. They know their place. Okay? And the fact that they're admitting it, beautiful. All right, this is what 2026 is, okay? Acknowledgement. Now, guys, because of how I grew up, though, I actually had to start work right away. So I actually worked at Victoria's Secret and Chuck E. Cheese at the same time. Got hit on way more at Chuck E. Cheese. But only when I was Chucky. I don't know if you guys know this, but there are a lot of furries in Aurora, Illinois. Like so many. And they'd always ask the same thing, and I'd always have to be like, the holes aren't where you want them to be. But they'd have scissors. And I had a job to do. No, it's interesting because at Chuck E. Cheese we solved everything using a token. So if a game was broken, we give you a token. If we messed up your order, token. Mom just died, token. You know, it solved everything. We also had a thing called Kid Check, which meant we wouldn't let the runners leave because it was an invisible stamp system. So everyone who came together left together. And there was also like someone at the stand making sure that the little runners didn't like escape, right? But we were only 16. And we made mistakes. We made mistakes. I cannot say this enough because one time there was a 2-year-old boy who just ran into the street, right? And we were like, oh my God, he's gonna die. But thank God the little boy was good at Frogger. Yeah, because if not, we would owe his family 2 tokens. And that's just too much. It's just too much. Speaking of kids, I am an auntie now. Yeah, I did nothing. This isn't the South. I did nothing. I had nothing to do with that baby. But I'm so proud to be an auntie, and I love it so much. Are there any other aunties, uncles in the crowd? Yeah, it's so much fun. Tell me this, though. I think the hardest part about being an auntie is trying to convince the parents that someone else dropped it. But it's nice because they always bounce back. What's terrible, though, is I think it's going to come back and haunt me in 10 years, you know, when he's in remedial math. And I know his mom's going to come up to me being like, oh, my God, what happened to my son? I did everything I could. And I have to stick to the lie because I'm the aunt. You know, I can't be blamed for that. I have to blame her somehow. I have to be like, I don't know, maybe you didn't breastfeed enough. Did that hit hard? Okay, she's a great mom, all right? But I'm a bad aunt, so I have to live with this. No, it is fun. I think I'm going to be a cool aunt. I really do, except we're never going to underage drink. You know, he's only 18 months. We have been on a lot of trips together, though. Yeah, ayahuasca. He can't talk, but he knows why. Yeah. He is starting to string some words together, and I think that's really great. He's more on the nonverbal side. It's taking him a little bit of time. But he finally got a sentence together that he screams out in public, which is, "Mama hit me." And I got nervous when I first heard that, so I ran to his mom, my sister-in-law, and I'm like, "Are you hitting my nephew?" And she's like, "No, I'm not hitting him. I don't know why he's saying that. I'm so scared. I don't know what to do." And I'm like, "I think you need to start hitting him." Unless you want to raise a liar. I don't know what you want from me. And that also got me thinking, though, because he looks so much like his mom. He is a beautiful little boy. And then I realized a lot of boys look like their moms. And a lot of girls look like their dads. Have you guys noticed that? A lot of girls look like their dads. And I think that's why I date so many bisexual men. Yeah, because they like me, but they want to fuck Alan. I told my dad that, and he got real quiet. Yeah, he got real quiet. And then he looked at me, and he's like, "Ashley, I see the way they look at me." It's crazy, because some of them still message me at 2 a.m. being like, "Your dad up?" I don't know if you can. Did someone just say sorry? Get ready. I'm going to tell you more. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I do have a type of guy I date. I don't know. It's drug dealers. I date and I don't even know they're drug dealers because I'm sober. I don't drink. I don't do anything, right? For the past 2.5 years, I was dating a full-blown coke dealer. I had no idea. Guys, it was right under my nose. All I had to do was sneeze and I'd ruin his week. Stupid. Oh my gosh. I did end up going up to my dad recently to tell him how sad I was. You know, I think that that's something that everyone should be able to do is like go up and express their emotions to their parents and let them know, hey, I need help, right? And I decided to tell my dad that I've been sad for quite some time and I needed help. And I thought my dad was going to say, Ashley, it's okay to be sad. We're going to get through this together, right? That's what I thought my father was going to say. Instead, he said, Ashley, you were born sad. I'm like, what does that mean, Dad? Instead of coming out of the womb crying, I was weeping? And he's like, no, Ashley, it's just when you smile, your eyes are still sad. And I was like, okay, so I'm the Mona Lisa? And he's like, no, Ashley, she's important. I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. And what's crazy is, like, that's not even the worst thing my dad said to me. All while I was growing up, he told me if I ever became a stripper, he'd disown me. Right? He'd disown me, which is a weird time to find out your dad's not a feminist. Even weirder to find out it's because he didn't want me making more money than him. So I like you guys. I like you guys a lot, especially the trash can baby over there. No, I will say because, you know what? Do you guys know Lush Cosmetics? Yeah. Clap it up. Clap it up. You guys, the inventor of the bath bombs, right? The inventor of the bath bombs. I used to work at Lush Cosmetics. I was a manager over there. And while I was, what? Oh, cool. All right. Well, then this one's to you. It's dedicated to you. Guys, I'm a singer now. It's dedicated to you. I just start singing. That would be so awkward. Oh, my God. I'd kill myself. Okay. But no, I was a manager over at Lush Cosmetics, and I was working like an 11-day stretch. And I swear to God, if I accidentally snorted any more bath bomb dust, I was going to kill myself. But it was during the Christmas season, December 23rd, I was going to be off at 7:30 p.m., which was like a Christmas miracle. And then at 7:15, we had an active shooter. Yeah, which is a weird time to find out you're no longer actively suicidal. Yeah. Except my employees didn't know that because they were like, Ashley, lock the door. And I'm like, I can't, I found God. And they're like, Ashley, you're the manager. And I'm like, I'm the assistant manager. Let's get the store manager involved. Ashley, she's 8 months pregnant. I know, 2 against 1. Here's the thing, though, guys. I lost, so I knew we'd be safe, though, because we had bath bombs. But during an active shooter situation, you want to message the people you care about the most to let them know you're okay. So I messaged my boyfriend, and I was like, hey, I just want you to know I'm in an active shooter situation. I don't know what's going to happen, but I want you to know I love you, and I hope to come home to you. Also, what a weird time to be left on red. He had to break up with me, and here's the reason I think he broke up with me. Is this a daddy crowd? No, papa? Padre, father, uncle? What do you guys like in bed? Nothing? Okay. Do you guys know what sex is? It's scary. It's very scary, and make sure it's consensual. Okay, that's weird. But the thing is, he never wanted me to call him daddy, right? He didn't have the confidence for it. But he did want me, he wanted to call me mommy. He wanted to call me, it wasn't Todd, but he wanted to call me mommy, right? He wanted to call me mommy while he was halfway inside of me. I'm so sorry, what I thought was halfway, but he was just doing his best. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. Give it up for Todd.